Hello wonderful people, it's Wild here and I am back on Cavecraft to continue building in our fantasy realm. Now unfortunately JJ is still sick. We missed a couple videos because both JJ and I got a terrible flu, but I am back to it now and I'm gonna get working on some stuff in the Wizard Kingdom to surprise our favourite wizard bear. Now I'm on top of this giant floating rock platform that we started a few collabs ago with the other Cavecrafters, but I've been busy this week and I've been adding in the rest of the spikes underneath, so let's take a look. It's a bit hard to fly around smoothly and see, but you can see I filled in all the gaps and now it looks like a rock that's been ripped out of the ground. Oh, it looks fantastic, although it's quite dark under here, so we're going to need some torches. But the plan for today is to actually get putting in the outline that is going to be for the grand wizard's castle or keep that's going to sit on here. You can see I've already marked in the corners, but we've got to put in this wobbly outline so that way we know where we're building. I'm going to be using wool for this because it's an easy block to remove, so I better go down and grab that. Not sure how much I'm going to need. I think I'm going to need a lot. The build is about 30 blocks across in the diagonal, so it is quite big, and then it's going to be extremely tall. Oh, the other thing we're going to do today is we're going to be starting on another wizard's tower, but we'll start working on that once we've got this outline in. Right, so it's symmetrical, so once I get one corner going, I should be pretty good for the rest, but let's see how it goes. I think I'm going to kind of work in like a corner pattern because it's quite wobbly and wavy. And then I think I'm coming towards my halfway point, so I can come across 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right, that should be about half, so I can start working back out now. Oh, I'm going to run into a rock here. And I'm slightly off, so I'm going to have to see what's gone wrong. Oh, I see. I've got to go back in before I go back out. Well, I suppose that's a good thing about symmetrical builds, is you can check that you're going in the right way by looking at what you've already got. Well, I suppose that depends on whether what you've already got is right, doesn't it? Right, I'm going to break this rock, because otherwise the castle's going to be smashing into the side there, and I think that side's looking good. Let's go around the front as well. So I got 2, 1, 2. Then I want to come in 3, and then out 3. And then I'll tuck in for where the door's going. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, and I like that that's kind of centered on this open part here. We can maybe have a little pathway leading out here. And remember, we're not going to be having any stairs leading up to this rock castle because wizards are magical. They can fly. Over this way. Now I need to go back out again. Oh, perfect. It's all lining up. Oh, that's always satisfying when that happens with a build. It means what you're doing is correct. Now I come back in 3, 1, 2, 3. Back out 3, 1. Oh, I am going through my wool quite fast here. Although I think we're about, we're actually almost done. We've done over a half. I've got, where are we up to? Let's see. Oh, okay, got to go another 3 to make my 5, then back out. This is quite an unusually shaped castle. The plan here is to have a really, really tall building reaching up into the clouds, so perhaps even when you're standing down at the base of the tower, you can't even see the whole thing. Go back out 2. There we go. And we want this to be quite different from the other castles we've built so far. So instead of being a classic castle type shape, this is going to be quite an ominous, spiky building. And I think it'll work really well with the feeling of the wizards. We also kind of came to the conclusion that the wizard's castle would be not so much of like a ruler's palace, but more of a place where the wizards can discuss their plans. Now, what has gone a wobble here? Oh, actually nothing's gone a wobble. It meets up and we're actually done with the outline. Hang on, let's fly up and have a look at it, if I can take off. There we go. way up into the night sky, and let's see if we can look down. It's a bit tricky to see when you're speeding towards it, but you can see that we've got these sections that wave out and then back in, and then in the corners it sticks out in kind of like a diagonal square type shape. So we're going to be having a main tower going up at this level here, if we can pretend that there's a square connecting up these flat faces. And then these bits that stick out are going to be like decorative elements, and we're going to have big decorative pillars on the outside that reach up into great big spikes in the sky. But now that we've got this in, I am going to go and sleep and we can get working on a new wizard's tower. So I've been quite inspired by our trip to the Deep Dark last week, so I figured it would be really cool to have a Deep Dark inspired tower here in the Wizard's Kingdom. So we've got our lighter towers at the top and our darker towers at the bottom, and my plan for this one is to use deep slate, which is a bit lighter than this black stone. Whoops, I'm flying into all sorts of things, but it is darker than the stone, and I thought it would work really well with this wizard's wall that JJ has built here. So, I think maybe there's a pretty good spot. Let's have a look. See if I can land carefully enough. Yeah, I reckon I could build a platform across here, and then I think that'll be a really good spot to have a tower. It's kind of in between these two, and it creates a nice triangle, which is always pleasing to look at. So yeah, I reckon I can terraform something here. I've got plenty of deep slate, although I'm going to need to adventure back into the Deep Dark to get some sculk, which is going to be our colourful block here. And then I've got some stone for terraforming, so let's see, probably this level here. Need to grab some torches as well to light up this little valley I'm going to enclose. I need to make a platform that is, I think, that I can fit maybe an 11 by 11 circle on top of. Let's see. Oh, the rain is a bit of a bother, isn't it? Quite dreary indeed, and I don't even have a wizard here to, I don't know, cast a magical rain spell. Gonna have to build through the wet rain. My wings are gonna get wet. I think I'll make my platform a bit bigger than I need it to be. That way there is enough room to do a little bit of terraforming and a bit of landscaping around this tower. And yeah, I think that this is going to be a really nice addition. The sculk is such a magical block, it kind of looks like stars. So I'm going to make this tower nice and tall, as if the roof is reaching towards the night sky. How much further? I think if I come out to about here and then round off the shape, and then I can join it up with there. And I'm going to use the stone to create my platform, because it provides a really neutral base to build on. So, if I was using the green grass, the color of the green grass might clash a little bit with the colors in the sculk, but the stone is very neutral, so it'll work with whatever blocks I put on top. Okay, I think this is probably a good size, and I'm going to go one layer on top of this so when I break in for my floor and stuff, I don't fall down into a hole. And then I'll need to fill in this ugly gap underneath and terraform it up to the side of the mountain. Okay, so I'm finished terraforming the sides, and I've actually broken some of the dirt to blend in this terraformed stone into the mountain around it. And I just have a few more pieces of dirt up here to remove. Now I could have left some of the dirt in, but I just prefer the look of the stone on these snowy mountains, so I'm going to get rid of this dirt and place in some stone blocks. Okay, I think that is my platform complete, and I think I should have plenty of space. And I like how I can have a link between this bridge and this platform. Maybe I could even have a little bridge or pathway leading up here. But I think I'm just about ready to build, so let me grab out my stone cutter. There we go, stone cutter. And I'm gonna need a whole load of deep slate tiles here. I'm gonna grab, start with 3 stacks. So I decided that I have recently done a tutorial on a Sculpt Tower, and I think it would work perfectly here, so I'm going to build that. Oh, I can't make cracked deep slate tiles in a stone cutter, can I? Alright, well, I'll go straight in with the deep slate tiles, and then I can add in some cracked stuff later. Okay, I'm gonna need to get rid of some of these torches and I'll have to put them in later. But let's start with an outline. So I want the back to be probably here. And it's 3 across. Now if you'd like to create a tower just like this one, you can check out the tutorial in the description down below. And I'm gonna need to move my tower backwards before I can really get building. Let's go right against the back. We can do more terraforming at the front. And I can actually get rid of a few of these blocks as well. Goodbye, mountain. Okay, that should give me a bit more space. So if I put my 3 here, 1, 2, 3. And I've got a little corner. And then 3 here. Little corner. Gonna need a door. And let's see. I think that fits really well, actually. I'm happy with that. Okay, now I can get working on the actual tower. So I gotta go up 2 here, and then 1 in the center, and I'm gonna work on this in faces. I find that a lot easier to break it down into shapes. So I've kind of got my corner pieces here, 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 and here, and then I've got 4 flat faces, which are all gonna match. Of course, for the door, I'll just need to leave a little gap. Oh, it's a good thing I got my golden carrots. This is dangerous work. I need to build up these sides, another 3. You know what? I lost my lovely shiny tools, so now I'm just stuck with these boring old iron ones that I crafted. I mean, they do the job, but they're not shiny and they're a lot slower than I'd like. Gosh, I think I'm gonna need a lot more of this tile than I had expected. Luckily, I got my stone cutter here. Now I want to connect everything up, and for this tower it's going to taper in towards the center of the tower, then swoop back out. That's connected there, and then I'm going to come up like this. So do that all the way around. Oh, well, I'll also need some scaffolding. Oh, I forgot this side. Whoops. Well, I can do that now and add in this. Now I need to do the corners, so I'm going to use some dirt here, and I'll just have to come onto the inside of my build once I'm finished the tower and break all of these dirt placeholder blocks. Sometimes using scaffolding is just not quite as useful as dirt. So coming over here, I want to build across the front of each of our faces. And we're getting towards a narrower part of the tower here, so we're going to be shrinking down the size as we go up layer by layer. So this one's going to go up another 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is a really tall tower, actually. It's probably going to be a similar height to the Blackstone tower we've got down there. There we go. And I might even make this my home here in the Wizard's Kingdom. It's going to be so pretty with all of its skulk growing up the side. Such a magical block. Now in my design, I used some of the reinforced deep slate, but I totally forgot that you can't get that in survival. So I'm going to have to customize it a bit here for Cavecraft, and I think I shall use some polished basalt because that's another wonderful block found in the Deep Dark, and it's got that kind of pillory looking look. So I've got to come up 2 high, and then I'm going to come up just 1 more to connect here, leaving off the corner. Gosh, building circular builds can definitely make you dizzy. Okay, we got a nice little diamondy square shape. Now we need to round it off by building over the top of these. Like that. And then I'm gonna go up another 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, okay. So this is the narrowest part of the tower. Gotta carefully jump down here. So let's take a step back before I build all of that up. You go all the way out here, and you can see it's kind of come in on a nice angle. Then it's gonna go up the 10 and then come out on a similar angle. Coming up with my scaffolding, and then on top of the actual tower is going to sit a nice little top section that's going to top it all off, like a little house on top of the body of the tower. So we got that over there, and that's a really great way of building a tower, is you can kind of break it up into sections. So we've got the livable section there, we've got the tower section, and then we'll have a nice pointy roof. Oh my goodness, I'm only on half a heart. I better eat quick. Okay, let's go round and round and round and fill up this tower. Oh dear, I'm all out of tiles. Let's craft a bunch. I don't have to go all the way down. Gonna be needing a lot, so let's use a lot. There we go. Now from the bricks into tiles. And back to building. Yay, I reached the top. Okay, so now I need to flare back out. So I'm going to go up 3, leaving these little gaps in the center for where we're going to start the flaring out of the tower. And I'm going to need a placeholder block, just using dirt. Oh goodness, I have to be a bouncy wild today. Now I'll build up 3 here to fill in the gap. And then I want to join the corners as well. Just like that. Oh, I think I have to sleep, but let's take a swoop back and take a look at what we've got so far. You can see the tower is forming before our very eyes. Alright, I'm going to sleep and then we can get back to building. Okay, so I also grabbed a few more materials. I got some deep slate brick walls, stairs and slabs. And I'm going to be adding in some of the decorative details as I go, so that way I don't have to build up the outside of the tower with scaffolding to put them in. Fingers crossed this will be a little bit easier. I'm just going up with 1 layer here for now, creating a nice circle. And then I want to create these really cool looking points. So for this, I'm going to need to build up 1 higher, going with a dirt scaffolding block. Then I can use these to place in some spiky stairs. So I've got a slab first, then an upside down stair. And then we can work on the next few layers as we go around, but I'll do this all the way around first. Oh, hang on. I've got to organize my inventory. It's better. Goodbye, dirt. Oh, hang on a minute. That's not the right pattern. Need to break that and put a slab in first. There and there. 1 more. And then we can keep going with the pattern of the spike to make a really cool detail. Okay, I need to go up another layer with my wall now. So the height of this wall is going to be, well, this section of the wall at least is going to be 3 high. So I can even add in the last layer of that. And then to continue this swoop, now I need to put a stair on top of each of the slabs and then connect it to the wall with the wall. Oops, hello rocket. Like this. And now I can begin putting some of the wall on top of this. So I've got to go 2 high with the tiles and then on top of each of those with some more walls. And I'm going to come in here and fill that in. Fill in these gaps as I go. Go 2 on top of here, 2 walls. I can continue around my circle. Almost all the way around. And we're almost at the top of the tower as well. We're getting really close to being finished with this section. Super exciting. So 2 there. And then the swoop of this spike is going to point back out. So I'm going to go on with a stair and then 1 more walls. Although this is a bit tricky to place. I have to jump. Come on, can I place it? Oh yeah, I got it. And I placed another one as well. And on top of here, I'm also going to finish off the circle of the tower by going like that and like that. And if I have any, yep, I got some bricks. I can fill in the corners as well. Might do the whole wall first and then add the details. Oh, this is going to be a great surprise for JJ. I know he loves the sculk block, and actually his wizard's cloak is kind of starry like the sculk block, so he'll fit right in with this tower. Okay, that's that done. Let's put the spikes in. Okay, that's those ones. I need to put in, oh, there's one on that side as well. I can come back to that, jump and place. I'm gonna have just enough. Jump and place. And last one. Place and jump and place. Oh, woohoo! Yay! Okay, so that is that section done. Let's take a look. Whoa, hang on. That was crazy wild flying. And I'm not even using my rockets. I'm trying to fly with stairs. Okay, let's be more smooth. You can see the lovely spikes that are spiking out and the lovely shape of the tower. And then we're going to break up. If I'll just swoop back around, you can have a lovely look at the rest of the kingdom. Oh, there's even some more leaves on the tree. Wow, that must mean we're doing a good job rebuilding the kingdoms. You can see to break up this straight kind of, plainish kind of shape of the tower, going to be having a vein of skulks spiraling up the side, which will give it a more whimsical feel. And see how this tower's kind of got a wobbly look, which is kind of a really cool feature. It'll kind of do that in a different kind of way, so we'll have a similar effect but a different style. Oh, I'm very happy with that. Now I think I shall get working on the top platform and maybe adding in a door. So the platform's going to be made out of cobbled deep slate, which will provide a kind of subtle contrast between it and the tower base because it's slightly lighter in color. I'm just putting in these sections first, and I'm also going to use some stairs to smooth off the edge. And I can also go behind here, which will make it easier to fill in. So I need to fill in a point like this. I can fill in the rest of the platform, and this will provide us with a good base to build our tower, well, I guess the house part of the tower on. I wonder what kind of wizard would live in a sculk tower. Well, it would probably be, maybe he does engineering to do with the sculk things, like magical sculk sensor engineering. JJ would be good at that. It's like sculk redstone, really. I can fill in this square and we have a nice platform to build on. I'm gonna leave my scaffolding in, and I'm gonna be replacing that later on with a kind of like a ladder of twisting vines, which will look really cool. Okay, that's our platform filled in. Now we can go on with these stairs. I'm gonna place these upside down. And you can't see this detail from the top, but when you look from the bottom, which is where you'll see the tower from a lot of the time because, well, you know what, the tower's a lot taller than us, it'll give the platform a kind of thinner looking edge because the end of the stairs is only half a block thick, and it'll give it a bit more of a finished look instead of being so blocky. Whoops. Oh, don't you hate that when your blocks are clear? That is kind of wizardy, isn't it? Break my clear block and replace it with another clear block. I can't even tell which direction it is. Oh, that's because it's not a stair. Okay, let's go in with a stair this time. Perfect, and it's not clear. I can actually see what I'm placing. Oh goodness, it's gonna be a race against the night. That day went so fast. Rotate around that way, place these stairs this way. Gonna have a nice big circular platform and lots of space in here for decorating. Decorating these wizard houses is gonna be so much fun. If you've got some ideas for what could be put in each of these wizard towers, make sure you leave a comment down below. We're going to need plenty of ideas to decorate them all, as we're covering the whole mountain in them. Alright, so I've got my circular platform here. Now, unfortunately, I don't have any sculpt shriekers to use for the door, and I'm going to be using those to create kind of like a little alarm system. So I'm going to have to adventure into the deep dark with JJ next week so we can get those and continue building. But we've done such a lot today. Thanks for joining me today for some building. If you enjoyed, please consider liking and subscribing if you haven't already. It really means a lot to me, and I'll see you in another video where we'll continue work on this wizardy kingdom. See you all later. Bye!